Good afternoon, Patriots. This is my closing thoughts for today. First of all, I want to welcome my buddy Schaefer back to the page. He is actually getting back on Patriot Nation page. He took him a little break, and hey, everybody needs it, right? Everybody back there sees that flag that I've took down because I've been doing some stuff, and you see my flag, it always hangs up on the wall back there. And the people, if we don't get a rein on this country, that's where you're going to have them hid. If you listen to the liberal government and this President Obama, right? Now I listened to Fred Breyer's, Brainer's, I think his name's Brainer, yeah, his video, and he's exactly right. I'm going to ask a question to everybody out there. When you read the Constitution, and if you read the First and Second Amendment of the Constitution, you know, gun rights and freedom of speech rights and all that crap, not crap, but you know what I mean. I didn't mean it that way. Our rights. When I read that, and I sat down and read some of it today, I didn't see that it pertains to one group of person. In other words, what I'm saying is, it doesn't say if you're white, you get these rights. If you're African American, you get these rights. If you're purple, green, whatever, you get these rights. What it means is everybody has rights. But this liberal government up there and Obama that keeps trying to separate this country, because like Fred Breyer said, he's using the minority group to split our country and use them as pawns for his personal agenda to bring this country down and get rid of our freedoms, spread fear to get rid of our freedoms. Well, unless these minority groups wake up and see what's really happening, that's what's going to happen. We're going to have anarchy in the streets. And it's like I said on another video, some police officers out there have overstepped their bounds and done stuff that they shouldn't have done. But I've watched that whole video of what happened down there in McKinney, Texas, and I'm not saying that police officer didn't overstep his bounds a little bit when he did what he did to that little girl, but it's not the whole. Just like when you go to the grocery store and buy apples, you pick out the apples, you get the good ones. They always going to be some bad ones in there. And I'm sure, hopefully, justice in Texas will figure it out and do what's right. But when did it get in this country? Why is it that your skin color gives you a right to use discrimination? Now, the African American community that they say they suppressed and all this stuff, but in return, they can say anything they want to against any group, right? And let me get my note here. Ronald Wright, I think that's his name, the guy that's going down there to Texas. I think he's the Reverend Ronald Wright. I think that's his name. It's in him and Al Sharpton are buddies. He makes a threat, a deliberate threat. But yet, because he's African American, ain't nothing said about it. But you let somebody say something on Facebook that our government deems as a threat, they'll come after you. Where does, like I said on another video, where does the law stop and the law stop? You know, like Al Sharpton, you know, he owes back taxes and all that, but I don't see the government coming after him. Why is it in this country that an African American can tell you anytime they want to saying that you're racist? They call you racist. Anytime they want to get a political agenda out there, you're racist. But yet a white American, which I'm not a white American, I'm an Indian, but a white American, if they try to use that, in other words, there's no racism towards white people. And I'm seeing it every day. And unless the white group or the white minority or the white Caucasian Americans in this country or any other group in this country that are getting discriminated against, and all this process that Obama's using against this or doing to our country, it's going to get worse and worse. Because they're going to keep taking and taking and taking, until they can't take no more. And when they can't take no more, they're going to come knock on your door. Excuse me, because I knocked my phone over. They're going to come knock on your door, and they're going to take you. Our Constitution is there for a reason. And when our forefathers wrote that Constitution, they didn't add color to it. They added rights and freedoms to it. And until the country stands up and says, you know what, this is our Constitution, not just yours to use any way you want to, well, we're going to have problems in this country. And when this government, or when these people, or everybody in this country realizes that we have the power if we use it. And I ain't talking about just me, I'm talking about the whole. This government works for us. But until they see that we stand up and say enough's enough, they're going to keep pushing and pushing and pushing until they get what they want, which is our freedom. But again, I want to welcome Schaefer back to the page. I hope I get to see you on Monday. But that's my rant today, patriots. We've got to stand up for this country. And we have rights too. Everybody has rights, not just white, not just blacks, not just Hispanics or whatever. But what I've been seeing lately, the African Americans are getting more rights. In other words, they're just destroying our constitutional rights anytime they use the race card. And there's a thing in this country called reverse discrimination. And Al Sharpton, our president, Mr. Obama, and what was his name? Ronald Wright, I think that's his name, the pastor or whatever, trying to go down to McKinney, Texas. As long as the people out there that get used as pawns in this let this happen, it's going to keep flaming it worse and worse and worse until they get to their ultimate agenda. And what's so bad about it, people's going to get hurt over it. And it shouldn't be that way. When everybody should be one voice together to fight this government back. That's my rant tonight, patriots. God bless all of you. Keep getting the word out there for Robert McLeod Jr. And again, Schaefer, I hope to see you on Monday. God bless everybody for the support. Thank you. Just the Patriot out.